On fourth down, here comes a Steeler punter, Jordan Berry, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Patriots take over. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led out by a man who started more Super Bowls than anyone in NFL history, the great Tom Brady.
I can't help but admire the career Tom Brady has had. The numbers are off the charts. The Super Bowl championships and rings, we know that they are incredible. But how about the durability? Had one season that he missed, most of that season because of a knee injury. The rest of the time, he answers the bell and wills his team to victory more times than not. And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. And now we take a peek at the Patriot offense.
Well, we all know that Rob Gronkowski is one of the premier tight ends in the NFL, but what makes him that way is the size. We see that. The ability to run, he's faster than a lot of wide receivers. The agility, he's almost like a power forward in basketball. And the competitiveness. When that ball is released, he decides it's his and no one else's.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Rob Gronkowski, 70 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, apparently you picked the right guy to highlight in the starting lineup, Banner, because sure enough, one play later he's in the end zone.
But you're actually being modest because remember, we were kicking around
this
a
guy
few
knocks
guys
the
about
ball.
who it was going to be to highlight, and you said, I think him, I've got a good feeling. Your feeling just got paid
Drop
off.
the fucking ball.
Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
That's why you can't do this.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So the Patriots coming out now. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
20!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now a look at the defensive starters here for the Steelers. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happen. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth. Oftentimes you walk out of there and you ask your teammate, did we win last week?
So my assumption was wrong. I learned something. Here's White.
Come on.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
White 20! White 20!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And they'll run it here. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And an alley to run. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
20!
They'll run it now out of the guns. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepped. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. He's going deep.
Go!
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Good job, Mason.
Antonio Brown, 68 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. All right, time for us to spotlight Rob Gronkowski. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far as we see here on your screen.
They may have to drop coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, Is it 2 men, 3 men? Maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him. But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Like 20!
Throwing now is Brady.
God damn!
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Damn!
For a gain of 31.
We can't guard him.
Offense versus his own defense.
We can't guard this guy.
Where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Bud Dupree able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
My defense, man. I can't find it. Nickel normal.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Like 20! 20!
Now White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a 2nd guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
You know what? Hey. And, Mason. Oh. Come on in, dog. Come on in, dog.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Here we go now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go now.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now Rudolph on first down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Sitting inside.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down.
God damn it.
Oh, it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's an experienced DB picking off a rook.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. I think you overthrew him. Because he's open. Oh, you overthrew him. You overthrew him. Put some air on that's going to... Okay. All right.
You know, sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception. This is White on the screen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a fast footwork by White. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Guys.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
See if Tom can throw in the
So
win.
we played a quarter here in the AFC Championship game. 14-7 is the score, and we'll return to Foxborough
See if Tom
after
can
this.
throw in the win.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From midfield, here's Brady. They will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Good job, Cam. Ooh, Cam.
They'll run with White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Third and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
White 20! White 20!
From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. Second catch in this AFC title game, and he's got a first down.
Brandon, that's a tough guy right there. He knew that was going to happen. In other words, he had to absorb that hit. How about him securing the football, churning the legs a little bit, and getting what he needed for a first down?
Well, that's the deal. On third down, these guys, they know where the sticks are. He obviously knew right there.
And if you want to be a dependable third down receiver, you've got to be willing to absorb those types of hits and make those sort of plays.
That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
20! White 20!
Now a carry for White. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made that time by Jay Bromley.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But the defense almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Wide open, Gronkowski.
Can't stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. We tried blitzing them. We tried everything.
Brandon, with the way things are going with Tom Brady finding Gronk as many times as he has in this game and the team is winning, you think at some point maybe even Brady would do the Gronk dance?
Well, if he does that Gronk dance, Davis, that means you have to do that Gronk dance.
Trust me, partner, no one wants to see me do the Gronk dance.
Your wife?
No one.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
By 20.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down.
This guy's killing us.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Brady over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Brady on the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing. I mean, we don't have an answer for him.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And it's 3rd and short. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
By 20. By 20.
On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete.
Look at this shit here.
And they pick up 25 as
oh, man, this guy's killing us.
You know, some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium, they know how to connect.
In ways it's sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they'll put him on the backside of formation as a single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
By 20.
A first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Thinking on defense there. They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Brady now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Shane McClellan in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted
Still
as it moves
down.
the offense backwards.
By 20.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Rudolph. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. Got a man, it's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down.
Now let's go. 3,
Out of the gun, Rudolph. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Danny Shelton able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
Now it's Rudolph. And he's got Rodgers. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Of course he won't be able to. Of course he won't be able to.
On second down, here's Rudolph.
Oh,
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing
I mean, this is just fucking stupid, man.
at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
A nice gain of 21
with no problem.
yards.
I mean, this fucking wind's blowing
Former
100 miles an hour. Brady, no problem. I'm Tom Brady. Shit.
Productive career.
And has
Tom
made himself
Brady.
into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that
Tom
way.
Brady,
And
shit.
that conversion, oh boy.
No
it's
win out
been
here
good.
for me.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
220!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Tom
Now the
Brady. Ain't no
Patriots
one down
will
here
use
for
the
me.
second of their timeouts.
Tom
As
Brady.
The clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm Tom Brady. Shoot. You know, win? What win? I'm Tom Brady.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on
course
to
they
the
did.
football. They do.
Of course they
get
do.
it back.
Of course they do. You think they wasn't going to hold on
This when
to
the
it?
ball comes free, it's often unusual for the
Can't
team
get
that
them no
lost it to get it
turnovers.
back.
It's Tom Brady.
This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're
Tom
supposed to do
Brady.
on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's Tom Brady, man. You kidding me?
New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
20! 380! We go!
Again, they'll throw with Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's Tom Brady.
Here's Ryan
No
Allen
wind
now,
out here for him.
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
No wind out here for him. He's Tom Brady.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a
Tom
trip to
Brady.
the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
He's Tom Brady.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. One more half
Now we
to
get ready to
decide
give him
who
a win.
takes home the Lamar
So
Hunt
he'll
Trophy
be
as
super
we're
Tom
back
Brady
underway
now.
in this AFC championship.
He'll be super Tom Brady now because now the win counts for him.
25-yard line.
We'll be super
The
Tom
Patriot
Brady now.
offense now set to come back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it?
Put-away
They
drive,
score
isn't it,
here,
guys?
especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that
Fucking
feel.
yards
Yeah,
in the
they're
first
teetering
half.
right there on
It's
the
Tom
brink.
Brady.
The throw
Tom
by
Brady.
intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
You can count he's going to get a first down here.
First down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett.
Look at this shit here. Told you it's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady.
All the way down inside the
Tom Brady, shit.
A big gain of 38 there on
Tom Brady.
down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right?
Tom
I'm
Brady,
going to do
man.
that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is,
Tom
that
Brady,
ball was
man.
not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Oh, man, this guy here, man.
That sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got
Brady,
another
man.
first down.
You ain't going to beat him.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Brady going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Shea McClellan able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. will slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they'll run it here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Watch it now, Barney.
Going for it, it's Rudolph. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's
They're
coming
everywhere. Let's look at this. I mean, these guys are everywhere.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again on second and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll run it with Hill. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown.
Of course.
The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go now.
Rudolph throwing on second down.
Oh, of course. That guy comes right off. Comes right off his guy. Gets in the passing lane, of course.
Bring up 3rd down.
Of course. Snickers.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches...
Watch. And that's pass interference. Right here. Watch this, guys. That you can't hit him. He's 5 yards. You cheating. And then watch. No, I'm gonna just come off my guy. Because if I gotta stay with him, because if I come off him too early, you cheating rats. And then I'll just reach behind. Look, I ain't even looking. I'll just reach behind. Cheating rats.
They told me in the past, the biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53 Mike.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Devin McCourty puts it on. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the third time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need
No problem.
6
Hey, I'm
on
Tom
third down
Brady.
to keep the drive
No
going.
problem.
And they bring him to the ground.
No problem.
just
Hey, look,
shy
I'm
of
Tom
midfield.
Brady.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a
Tom
Patriot
Brady.
first down.
Tom Brady. Shit. Nothing fazes me. I'm Tom Brady.
Brady now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second
I'm
half.
Tom
Not
Brady.
bad. First and 10.
I'm Tom Brady. Shit. Don't nothing bother me.
50.
I'm Tom Brady.
They'll hand it off now. Hill takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Wait 20. Wait 20.
From midfield, here's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm Tom
Bud
Brady.
Dupree getting him once
See,
again.
a
His
mortal
third
guy.
sack of the
Oh,
afternoon.
of course he won't. You know
Sometimes I
what?
watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case
See, mortal
here,
guys
but the
would
end
have fumbled
result
that,
was
but
the
I'm Tom
same.
Brady.
No one fooled.
So
Quarterback was
I'm
hit.
not going to fumble.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. The left side, it's Dorsett.
I'm Tom Brady.
And he'll be brought down
Tom
at the
Brady.
48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
Oh, man. Hey, look, I'm Tom Brady. We
And
going
that
for it.
last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
But yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting...
Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed
Tom
field
Brady.
goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But nope.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the
don't
end
need to do all
zone.
that.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one.
Tom Brady.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling.
Hey, guys, I'm Tom Brady, man.
They just want to keep
you don't know?
forward.
I'm Tom Brady.
They want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They stay on the ground with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Like 20.
On 3rd down, Brady looking for Gronkowski, and he's got it
Tom
complete.
Brady.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about
I'm Tom
the
Brady.
38. Brady to
Tom
Gronkowski,
Brady.
cover athlete to cover athlete for a Patriot 1st down.
Tom Brady, Jack. I'm Tom Brady.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Like 20.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup
called
of right
timeout?
around 5.
Who called timeout?
Like 20. Like 20.
Brady going to give this one to Burkhead.
Oh, look at this shit here.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Hey, Coach, we playing against Tom Brady.
Operating out of
Playing
Steeler
against Tom
territory
Brady,
now.
Coach.
Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Like 20.
Again, they run with Burkhead. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Like 20. Like 20. Wide. Like that.
Here's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he will have the 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, you fucking pussy.
Still moving. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Damn, they're
He's
500
played
yards.
a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead. Confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw, it's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Sutton now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and count.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
By 20! By 20!
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. This is complete to guess who? Gronkowski again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Brady to Gronkowski. They make it look easy, don't they? It's a Patriot first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Wants to throw it. Hit his ass.
By 20!
They run it again with Hill. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this.
By 20! By 20!
They'll run now with Burkhead. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They give them a gain of 38. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On first down, it's Rudolph. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10, Rudolph again. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very solid gain of 27. From the red zone now, Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
I'm Tom Brady.